Hello, divine creators. Welcome to Demella Universe. Thank you so much for joining us. We are Velastri. Let us see what Spirit would like to share with us today. Beautiful beings, let us see what's coming through numerology this week. What is coming through? What is the energies that have been with us this week at this time? Ooh, the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Diamonds. So things have been a bit slow this week, a bit of a delay, because Seven is all about that spiritual balancing, that multi-dimensional frequency balancing, and the earth energies balancing with spirit, the earth energies balancing with source, the physical world balancing with source, with spirit. So things a little bit slow, as there has been a lot of healing and work to be done, inner work being done, you really centering within self. So things might have been a bit delayed this week or at this time, feeling that things aren't really happening, things are a bit slow, a bit of a sluggish energy. But this is work being done, you tending to your garden. This is you clearing all the energies, clearing the weeds out of your garden, aligning your energies, aligning your frequency. There has been a lot of inner work being done, especially with this full moon in Virgo we had on the 8th. A lot of inner work being done, a lot of inner balancing being done in order to balance the physical, the earth energy with source within. So a spiritual week this week, very inner world, perhaps not much activity happening in the physical, not a lot of movement, not a lot of flow as you had hoped in the physical, because there's been quite a lot of shifts happening to bring your physical up to balance with your spiritual. So just be aware of that. If you've been feeling it's been a bit slow, you've been experiencing a delay, it's been a lot of inner work done, mental healing work, emotional healing work, spiritual healing work this week. Okay, let's pull some tarot. What's coming through at this time, Source? What's happening? What is coming through for us? Ooh. Nine of Fire, which is the Nine of Wands at the center of the read. The King of Air, which is the King of Swords within. The Page of Fire, which is the Page of Wands without. So shift these up a bit more. Below, we have the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords below, and crowning we have the Nine of Air, which is the Nine of Swords, and beneath the deck we have the Page of Earth. Okay, so overall energy with the Page of Earth, which is the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Coins. Yes, it's definitely time for new physical manifestations, for new energy, for new paths to be open, for new processes, for new ways of being. It's time for a new physical complete. It feels like a reset here, a complete reset of your physical experience, a complete reset of your environment, a reset of your relationships, a reset of any or every physical aspect of your light frequency, the physical source in the physical, the masculine energy. So there's a restructuring, a rebuilding, a resetting of the physical realm at this time. We really feel that is why perhaps also the Seven of Pentacles, the slowness, the almost like the sluggish energy, as you are now halting, stopping the momentum of your old physical experience to begin a new one. And as we know, when things change, when a new shift comes in, it's not this fast pace and then into the new at the same momentum. That'll be a bit of a shocking experience, but rather it's a wind down of the old and then a beginning of a new. And you are now in that beginning stage of now picking everything up. And you see here with the 9 of Wands, 9 of Fire, it's been a long journey. You've really been working hard on your projects, on trying to keep going, and you're keeping the faith. You're not holding back. Even though you might feel crowded and surrounded and compressed and restricted, you are still shining the light within. You are still keeping the faith. You are still keeping hope. You are still aligning with truth. You see the 3 stars, stability. You within your power. You're still stable within who you are, and you are keeping. You are remaining in your power. You have faith. You know that there's new things coming. You know that there's new paths opening. You can feel it deep within you that there's something beautiful about to happen. It's just been such a long process. And with the 9 of Fire and the 9 of Air coming out, it is 9 speak of endings, of wrapping up. So it is time for a new beginning. It is time for a new cycle. It is time for a new frequency to come in, and it is coming through. It is breaking in. It is becoming. It's manifesting. It's evolving. This is just the period of almost the handover from one to another, The King of Air, within. So the King of Air, the King of Swords energy within. And this is where you are. This is the soul right now. The inner world is doing. Again here, the divine masculine frequency being within, and the air space being the divine heart space, the love space. So air, intuition, instincts. Your soul is the doing. Your soul is the masculine energy right now. Your soul, the soul within you, the spirit world is the actioning energy. It's doing, it's creating. You are really starting to create your physical through spirit, which is why the spirit is the king, while in the physical you are the page of fire. In the physical, it's a new beginning, divine timing. It's a new experience for you, but born of the mastery of your soul. And that's what's happening. It's a resetting, a rebalancing, where you are now finally allowing the mastery, the energies of the unknown frequency to manifest in the physical for you. And as this integration happens, there's a bit of confusion. You do not really know what's happening. You feel a bit restricted. You feel you're completely in this unknown energy. You have no idea what's happening, and you're feeling a bit lost because what you used to know is no longer, because you're no longer receiving the actioning energy from the external as you were used to, from the conditioning and the programming. You're now receiving all of the doing, all the actioning from within, which is a whole new way, a whole new place, a whole new platform, a whole new experience of creating. So in the physical, it's page, it's new, it's a new way, it's a new way of being, it's a new door opening, and it is you also releasing everything that you thought you knew to allow brand new energies in. Because it is time for new energies. The full moon coming out there, it is time for illumination, it's time for clarity, it's time for you to create within your destiny, divine timing with the page of fire. It's finally things to pick up, to start anew, to begin afresh, and it requires you to be open-minded. It requires you to be really centered. With the King of Air and the Ace of Air, really speaks of getting out of the mind space and just trusting and really allowing your intuition to lead you and to guide you every step of the way. Above we have the 9 of Air, below we have the Ace of Air. So Source is saying in your mind a bit of worry, a bit of anxiety, because again you're going through this transition where you have the faith of the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Fire. You have faith. You know that something is coming through. You can feel it. You can feel there's time for new change. You can feel there's time for new physical manifestations. You can feel that source is guiding you, source is leading you, even if sometimes you are asked to do your own instinctual navigating. You can feel the navigation, no matter if it's instinct, if it's intuition, no matter what it is, you can feel that it's from source. But you're still a little bit worried, a little bit anxious, because again, here you are on this ledge, your eyes are closed, being asked just to take flight. And source is saying, look, we're all around you, we are all around you, we are all assisting you. We're just asking you to have this leap of faith. And as you just, because below the Ace of Air, source is saying, goodness, look at, this is you now taking flight with clarity, with purpose, receiving the understanding, receiving the clarity, receiving the truth, being one. So source is really saying, really release the mind space and don't release worry, release anxiety, release frustration, release panicking, catastrophizing, thinking that things are not going to work out. Be still within the mind. Embody the Ace of Air. Be completely still within the mind. Center. Know that you are doing a lot of work in the mind space at this time. The Seven of Pentacles energy really coming in to the mind space here, where you are really clearing your thoughts, clearing your views, clearing your ways, your perception, the ways in which you used to navigate energies, the way in which you used to create, and you're beginning anew. There's a whole reset happening. And source is saying it does take a bit of time for the healing of the different energetic bodies. So it's taking a bit of time for your mental body to integrate all this energy from source, for your mindset to change, for your thought processes to change, for the way you observe and the way you perceive to change. And it's required, this transformation, this clarity is required in order for you to really be able to bring through these new paths that are coming through. Your mind has to be a blank canvas, open to the new paths. In order for the new paths to come in, it has to be a blank canvas. If there's still stuff on that canvas, the new path can't come in. It's too busy. There's already too much paint for the new paint to come on. It has to be a clear canvas for the new paint to come on. And you are going through this integration, this healing, where you are finally releasing all the old paint that maybe you're still holding on to, that you're still hoping for. And so saying, release all the old paint on the canvas. Let it be new and allow the new paint to come on, and it'll still bring all that you know you're coming, all that you want will still come through, because it's coming in a new way with the Page of Earth here and the Page of Fire. In a new way, a new path, a new experience. It's a renewal stage and requires you to release all that you think you wanted, all that you think you know, in order for it to come in a new way. It doesn't mean that your desires will be withheld. Oh no, your desires are, remember, your existence calls everything that you want into being. Everything you want exists because you exist. You are simply finally fine-tuning to the truest frequency of your existence in order for the desires and the paths to come in their truest form. So yes, you had to release everything else, and yes, you had to release yourself. Release also what's coming in. Release everything you want. Release it to come in its own way, in its new form, in a new form that honors the new way you are now creating, which in truth is the authentic way. It's probably the oldest way. It is the way you were always meant to create. It's the authentic way, but it's new to you because it's a shift from the external controlling your creative energy to the internal being the dominant frequency of your creative energy. Blessed be.